Despite your recent fall from the Nautiloid, you are miraculously unharmed. Apart from the volatile orb of Netherese magic buried within your chest, of course. It stirs softly. Soon it will hunger, and when that time comes, it must be fed. Starve it, and you risk triggering a cataclysmic explosion of raw, unfettered weave. Such an explosion will be unavoidable if the tadpole in your skull triggers ceramorphosis. An outcome definitely best avoided. It was indeed miraculous, and perhaps a little suspicious, but it will have been for nothing if you don't find a way to remove the tadpole. And quickly. According to what you've read, you have but 7 days to find a cure. Well, that's the end of you. Better get moving.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? There. Can you see it?
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved. Until you see the flash of a dagger.
I just need information. I saw you scuttling about on the ship. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacled... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things, somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship? Turn us into... Ha! Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. Well, yes, of course. But first things first. You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
There. A mind flare. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body you can provide. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone! But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt? I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship. First you look, then you touch, then you take. The only thing we're sharing with you is our pointy ends. Get him!
Why do you give a look? Everything all right out there? Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea?
There are lit fuses in our heads. Sooner or later, they're going to blow. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light.
Maybe, but we might get lucky.
We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
Shadowheart seems jumpy. Must not relish the thought of sprouting tentacles. Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either. It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel. I'm in no place to rest yet. Today has been a lot. I need some time to think things through. To process this. You sleep. I'll keep watch. The pleasure is all mine. Sweet dreams.
Sleep is a hazy oasis on the far side of a desert of worry. You know exactly what this illithid parasite will do to you. Within 7 days, you'll become a mind flayer. But what about the bomb in your chest? Ceremorphosis is likely to destabilize it. What then? She was furious when she realized what you'd done. Seeking control, trying to prove yourself her equal. You were in love with her. Now you're a danger to everyone you know. Your mistakes have been huge, the consequences memorable. But you won't let anyone die. You can't. You'll need to drain magical energy from a powerful artifact soon. As you contemplate your hubris, your eyelids grow heavier and heavier.
Excuse me, Mr. Decarios! Mr. Decarios! Yoo-hoo! Destiny is at your door. Will you at least twitch the curtain? Well, it isn't the mother of all magic, lucky for you. You look terrible. Are you eating? I won't be teased, heckled, pestered, or vexed, Mr. Decarios. Not before I've had my due. That's it. No one manages the nuances quite like you. Making sure you keep on the straight and narrow, as is my task in this weary life. I looked away for a moment just once, and look where it got us. You, a living doomsday device. The shame!
Nestled amongst your books and papers, Tara bore witness to your greatest triumphs and your greatest failure. You made yourself a walking cataclysm, the annihilation brewing within you, just about held at bay by your constant consumption of magical objects. Tara saw it all, but never left your side.
Speaking of which, I brought you something for your tummy troubles.
A ring coursing with magic. The Netherese orb within you shudders, longing to consume, to devour. It must be satisfied.
We have a great deal of catching up to do. Eat that, have a wash, and for the love of all that's dear, a shave. Then you can fill me in on what I've missed. Handy little spell I've been working on. Tara's cat flap of displacement. I haven't worked out all the kinks, but I'm starting to be able to find my way around. It is terribly good to see you, Mr. Dakarios. Now eat up. If you explode and kill us all, I'll be furious.
You breathe a little easier. The magic you consumed has staved off the dark hunger within you. For now.
The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god.
The Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive.
Jeżeli filmik się spodobał, to ja zachęcam do subskrypcji kanału, a już niebawem pojawią się następne części. Pozdrawiam i do zobaczenia w następnym filmie.